Before diving into the dark and twisted tales of Tamriel's most sinister villains, a friendly reminder to subscribe to the channel and give that like button a little nudge. Uh, and now let's embark on a journey through the shadows of the Elder Scrolls series. Have you ever wondered what makes a villain truly unforgettable? Um, in the vast world of the Elder Scrolls, the antagonists are not just obstacles. They are complex characters with rich backstories that shape the very fabric of the narrative. Each villain brings their own unique flavor of chaos, leaving players both captivated and horrified. And take Alduin, for instance, known as the World Eater. This ancient dragon embodies the prophesied apocalypse. Revered and feared, Alduin's flames once scorched the lands, marking him as a tyrant rather than a deity. Uh, his return during the Fourth Era ignited the Dragon Crisis, but it was the last Dragonborn who ultimately banished him to Sovngarde, ending his reign of terror. Then there's Molag Bal, the god of schemes. Um, um, this Daedric prince thrives on enslavement and domination, reveling in the suffering of mortals. Um, his presence looms large in the Elder Scrolls Online, where he attempts to drag Tamriel into his dark realm of Cold Harbor. And though he appears sparingly, his influence is felt throughout the game, making him a chilling figure in the series. The Aldmeri Dominion also casts a long shadow over Tamriel. Uh, this faction, with its ambitions of supremacy, has been a thorn in the Empire's side. Their influence transforms Skyrim into a police state where the fate of the land hangs precariously in their hands. The political machinations of the Dominion create a backdrop of tension and conflict that players must navigate. Lord Harkon, the vampire lord, seeks to plunge Tamriel into eternal darkness. His obsession with ending the tyranny of the sun drives him to sacrifice everything, including his kin. As the main antagonist in the Dawnguard DLC, Harkon's elitism and ruthless ambition make him a formidable foe, one whose downfall is as tragic as it is inevitable. Mercer Fry, the head of the Thieves Guild, embodies the idea that there's no honor among thieves. His cunning and greed led him to betray his own guild, stealing from allies and even the Daedric Prince Nocturnal. Mercer's actions reveal a character driven by self-interest, making him a dangerous adversary in the shadows of Skyrim. Mirok, the Dragon Priest, poses a threat not only to mortals, but also to dragons. His arrogance and desire for power led him to manipulate those around him, showcasing a character whose pride ultimately seals his fate. And the last Dragonborn's confrontation with Mirok highlights the tragic downfall of a once great figure. Mehrunes Dagon, the Daedric Prince of Destruction, is a force of chaos throughout Tamriel's history.
His role in the Oblivion Crisis nearly brought the Empire to its knees. Even in defeat, his legacy of destruction lingers, shaping the world long after his defeat. Today, Mani Marco, the King of Worms, is a necromancer whose thirst for power knows no bounds. His dark deeds and manipulation of the dead make him uh, one of the most reviled figures in Tamriel. His presence in various games uh, underscores his role as a persistent threat, a villain whose ambitions leave a lasting mark. Uh, uh, and Yagharfarn, the first antagonist of the series, deceived an empire and ruled with an iron fist. His betrayal of Emperor Uriel Septim VII plunged Tamriel into chaos, showcasing the depths of treachery that can exist within the realm. And even the Eternal Champion's quest to restore order highlights the resilience of those who stand against tyranny. And um, so finally, Dagus the false god of Morrowind, embodies the complexity of villainy. Scenes, um, his misguided ambition to uplift Morrowind leads him down a dark path, making him a tragic figure. The Nerevarines' battle against Dagathar reveals the thin line between heroism and villainy, as both characters strive for their vision of Morrowind's future. As we reflect on these villains, it's clear that their stories are woven into the very fabric of uh, the Elder Scrolls. Um, and so each character, with their unique motivations and ambitions, adds depth to the narrative, making the world of Tamriel a rich tapestry of conflict and intrigue. And remember, why did the dragon refuse to play cards? Because he was afraid of getting burned. Uh, with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, help the entering.